Welcome back, everybody. We're with Dr. Dan Kehres. He is a chiropractor from Saginaw, and he really focuses on nutrition. That's what he's all about. He's really changed my life. I was telling him before you got on here, Dan.
Apple cider vinegar and eggs, right?
Yeah, he loves eggs. You know, this is the big week of eggs.
Yeah, everybody's buying a ton of eggs right now, and a lot of people will probably dye them, and then they just let them sit out. And you know, you don't want to let them sit out for more than a couple hours, because if you're going to potentially eat them as a hard-boiled egg, you don't want to get them contaminated or have them go bad. So usually about 2 hours is the max time that you'd want to have them set out. But eggs are one of the things that's a big myth, you know, with eating cholesterol is bad for your health. But there's actually something in hard-boiled eggs called choline, and what it actually does is it prevents the fat and the cholesterol from accumulating in your liver and throughout your body. So the actual yolk is where the choline's found. So that can actually reduce your risk of the fat and the cholesterol absorbing into your body, which is why people stop eating eggs, because of the risk for high cholesterol. But that's a complete myth, and research has shown that. And in the Harvard School of the Medical Eating, it shows that people who eat more eggs do not have more heart attacks than anybody who doesn't eat any eggs. And research has never shown that.
When you go to the egg aisle, though, now, you've got the plain eggs, and then you've got the free-range eggs, and you've got the other kind of egg. What do you think about all those choices?
So the biggest thing is you want to get eggs. You're probably going to pay for what you get.
All right.
The omega-3 enriched eggs in the store are going to be better for you. Free-range is definitely a better option for you. The three things to look for is the density of the shell, the harder the shell on the egg, the darker the yolk that's in there, and then also the egg whites. When you break them in a pan, you want them to be very condensed. You don't want them to break in a pan and fall apart. And
so spend a little more, it'll be better.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then there's these little egg timers you can get, and you just throw them right in the water when you're hard boiling them. You know, a lot of people have a hard time figuring out exactly how they like them cooked. These little timers are awesome. They're only a couple bucks. We have some at our office, and a lot of other health food stores carry these as well.
Dr. Dan Kehres, and you can check him out at
drkehres.com.
drkehres.com.
Yep.
I had 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast.
Oh, she's good. News this morning, Dr. Dan Kehres. He is a chiropractor from the Saginaw area, and he also is into nutrition. This week is the biggest week of the year, I think, Dan, for eggs, right?
Probably so. With Easter coming around, people are dyeing their eggs, and they're sitting all around their house. But if you have them in the house, you might as well eat them. There's a ton of different health benefits to eggs. We're talking about eating the whites and the yolks together. They're very healthy. Eat them together. It's not going to raise your cholesterol, and there's a lot of other good benefits to it. So the first way is hard-boiled eggs are just a great snack. You don't need them with anything else. You just have them. You take them with you. They already have their own little case, so you just take them with you, and you can eat them just like that. They're very satisfying. One thing my wife really loves to do is she takes a couple hard-boiled eggs, and she takes a bunch of greens. She throws them in a glass container, throws in a couple hard-boiled eggs, and then all she's doing is throwing in some sunflower seeds right on top of there. She's throwing in some walnuts right on top of there. And then she's throwing in some cranberries. And then you have a great lunch to take with you.
What about dressing?
And then you can use, there's different types of balsamic dressings that you can use. You can make your own dressing with taking berries, blending it up with olive oil and that sort of stuff. Olive oil and balsamic is a great way to go.
Now you brought along some deviled eggs.
So those are deviled eggs, and there's actually no mayo in there.
The Dr. Dan way,
A lot of the mayo has the sunflower oil and a lot of these other inflammatory oils, which can cause arthritis, like we talked about last week, and some of the pain. But this is just going to be mustard, there's paprika in there, there's sea salt, and there's actually half of a lemon squeezed in this when you take that out. And then the pepper in there as well. So it's very easy. The recipe's on the website, drkehres.com. You can get in there and find that. But it's also very satisfying, and it's very healthy for you too.
You're not wild about mayonnaise.
You can make your own mayo at home, and some mayo is definitely healthier than others, the ones that have more olive oil in them. But a lot of the problem with the mayo is the unhealthy fats that are in there. The unhealthy fats are inflammatory, they cause pain, they cause different issues.
All right, and he also likes butter as opposed to margarine and butter.
Could you use avocado in your deviled eggs?
You could. Yeah, we were actually thinking about making avocado deviled eggs today, but we didn't decide to do that. We just did the basic ones. But you can definitely use avocado. I'm a huge fan of that.
Liz is following, you
getting healthy.
I'm
You're a
trying.
health guru,
Poor Dan. I've been in constant text with Dr. Dan over when I was off.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it, Dan.
you guys. Good information.